Now the big one, the B&H Cup final, uncharted territory for the Steelers, who hadn't reached this exalted position before, but the opposition were no strangers to this showpiece occasion, the ultimate foe, the Nottingham Panthers. Honours were even from their previous encounters in this season's competition, but there was a small matter of home advantage for the Steelers, even though they were the away side by virtue of a coin toss. Another big game for Ken Priestley.
I think if you're a hockey player, winning is everything. I don't think there's anything less, but you know, it's in our rink, and we have to. We're the host team, and not only do we have to put on a show, but we have to win, and that's all there is to it.
A British record crowd is packed into the Sheffield arena for the final of the Benson and Hedges Cup. The rivalry is as big as any in any sport. Sheffield against Nottingham. We'll join commentator Tony Millard.
For Sheffield, with all the crowd behind them, Wayne Cowley, who's taken over in goal from Martin Mackay, who we saw earlier in the season in the Europa Cup. Rob Wilson is back here from Telford. Ken Priestley and Steve Nemeth, so prolific scorers, as is Tommy Plummer. Nicky Chin, who's played in all four Benson and Hedges finals, the previous three for Cardiff. Britain's all-time top scorer Tony Hand, and Rocket Ron Shudra, their captain, brings up the rear, last but by no means least. The crowd is anticipating this. Alongside me, Bob Corral is as well. Bob, the atmosphere, something special.
It's as good as I've ever seen it, and this is a big game tonight for both teams. The Benson and Hedges final, and both of them are equally hungry to try and get this trophy.
Well, they are, and away they go with the Steelers in possession first, cheered on by their fans, but good work by Nottingham Panthers. Comes across to Morgan. Tony Hand, so prolific, former Murrayfield player, Britain's top scorer in British ice hockey. Here he comes. Hand gets the shot away, kicked away by Scott O'Connor. He gets down to the one coming back, which is off target. Here come Panthers. Matt Trickett's going on the right. Gets it, checks it down. Lovely move, 2-on-1 as Twait goes in. Twait's on the edge of the crease. Can they get it? How that went over the bar. What a move by the Panthers, and Mark Twait it was who came desperately close to scoring the first goal of the game as Panthers broke very, very quickly. Steelers building slowly. Fast skating here. Comes Priestley. Good piece of defensive work, but Priestley somehow keeps it in to the Panthers' defensive zone. Man advantage the way of the Steelers. On point is Kelland. Back round to Priestley. 28 seconds remaining on that penalty. Power play the way of Sheffield, and so far, that's it. Yes, the first goal goes in, and there it's touched home. Nicky Chin will celebrate that one, and we know now that Sheffield Steelers are in front.
Chris Callan with the puck from the point. He takes his time. Nicky Chin in front of the net with a nice little slide shot there, catching Scott O'Connor off guard. He knows he's got a little time here, just picks his spot. Scott O'Connor perhaps getting caught a little flat-footed. Nicky Chin, the big man.
My God. Well, here come Panthers. Maybe it's going to work. Blaisdell with the shot, and it gets away just off the skate there. It's toughening up here. Action thick and fast. The referee and letting it go at the moment. Will they calm down? Weber. Eventually it comes out. It's bouncing loose. Oh dear. It's eventually cleared away by Tim Cranston, who brings Steelers away to the roar in this arena. End-to-end stuff. Here come Panthers, Bob. This is certainly something special.
These guys are giving it their all, and they're doing their jobs, and there's a lot of hitting here, and this is going to have a big play come the third period, because this is what gets guys tired.
5 minutes remaining on the first period. 1-0 in favour of Sheffield Steelers. They're playing in the white, and there's Tony Hand getting a shot away. Brought down brilliantly by the catching hand of Scott O'Connor.
He knows he hasn't got much to shoot at there, but he lets it go anyhow. Scott O'Connor makes a very nice glove save.
Well, they're dancing, and look, it doesn't matter which team you support. One from each side, and they're into the last half minute of the period. Panthers come away. Can they pull it back before the break? Good bit of skating by Morgan, brought down by O'Connor. Good piece of defensive work by the big Sheffield defenseman. Tate and Premack combined to keep it in. 80 goes round behind the net, but eventually the puck comes out. the end of the period. A great period of ice hockey, a marvellous Benson and Hedges Cup final. Only one goal we've seen. A great cup final so far. At the end of the first period, it's Sheffield Steelers 1, Nottingham Panthers 0. Here we go then with the Sheffield Steelers leading by a goal to nil. Nicky Chin, their scorer in the first period. And referee Graham Horner is going to start the second period of this fabulous Benson and Hedges Cup final. Nottingham Panthers and Sheffield Steelers. It's Steelers in front by a goal to nil. Tony Hand's a handful for many people there as he comes in. But Panthers come away again. A wonderful game of ice hockey here. Good skating. Good check. Morgan is robbed. Away goes the slap shot, and Cowley's catching hand is hot. Steelers in front. Slap shot away. From Chris Kellan. Kept out. Chin's going to get a shot, and does. Kicked away by O'Connor. Arguably the biggest crowd ever to watch an ice hockey match in Great Britain at this Benson and Hedges final. Over 10,000 as Tony Hand flips it back. Good stick handling from Tony Hand on the power play. Priestley gets it back to point. Shots away, kicked away, a chance for Nemeth. Once again, good defensive work by the Nottingham Panthers. Priestley. The puck into the attacking zone for Sheffield Steelers. Panthers have to clear this. Wilson, Shudra with the shot. Blocking the men getting between puck and shot for Panthers. Well, they're not worried how much they get hurt. Another chance coming the way of Sheffield, back to Shudra. Oh, and great work there by Chuck Taylor for Nottingham Panthers. Morgan on the edge of the crease, and there's a second goal. And Tony Hand has produced a second goal for the Sheffield Steelers. Second power play goal of the match. And it's Sheffield Steelers 2, Nottingham Panthers 0. And Tony Hand has grabbed a goal, his 21st in the Benson and Hedges Cup this season.
The key to the play, Ken Priestley tying up Chuck Taylor to allow Tony Hand to come out. Beautiful move by Tony Hand to put the puck in the far side of the net. There's Ken Priestley. He takes Chuck Taylor out of the play. This is what gives Tony Hand that room that he needs. And if you give him room, boy, does he score goals. Look at that, right on the backhand there in between the 5-hole.
Chin's getting another chance. Good stick handling by the Welshman. Cranston round behind the net. Plummer picks it up, tries to flick it back. But Cranston recovers well. Steelers are hot at the moment. Gets it out, Marlowe's on point. Marlowe gets the shot away and it's knocked in. It's tipped in there. Once again, the Steelers are now certainly going to run away with this. And it seemed to be tipped in on the edge of the crease from Andre Marlowe's shot on point. And really the celebrations there, I think the final touch went to Tim Cranston.
The point, the pass back to the point, Andre Mallow with a big shot, but it's a redirection in front of the net by Tommy Plummer that causes a nightmare for Scott O'Connor. The goaltenders don't like this one, and this is what Sheffield has been trying to do all night long. There's the slap shot, the deflection, Tommy Plummer, 3-0 Sheffield.
Yes, it looked to us as if it was a deflection. Marlowe provided the shot on point, and now the Sheffield Steelers are hot from the crowd here in their home arena. 3-0 to the Sheffield Steelers, 2 goals in quick succession, and now the Steelers are really on their mettle.
Now we're going to see what the Nottingham Panthers are made of. This is where they're going to have to dig down deep and try and come back from all this. Sheffield Steeler coaching staff are going to try and capitalize on it that much more. When you got a team down 3-0, let's put the clamps on them and shut them down just that little bit extra.
What will they be saying on the Nottingham bench?
We've got to create the scoring opportunities. Guys, we've got to have a guy high. We've got to have somebody in front of Cowley because he's doing everything at the moment.
And Cowley's doing everything there because here comes Sheffield Steelers again. A great save there. But here comes Tony Hand, scorer of the second goal. And there's Tony Hand netting again. That's number 4 for Sheffield. And they are hot. A fine goal. It's now 4-0 to the Sheffield Steelers. And this stadium has suddenly come to life. 3 goals in no time at all. And we know now, surely, which way this Benson and Hedges final is going to go.
Tony Hand going end to end. He just lets that shot go on Scott O'Connor. This is a tussle between him and Chuck Taylor in neutralized territory, which Tony Hand wins. He's looking whether he needs to pass it. He's got no options there, and he just lets the shot go. But look at his head. He knows what he's doing the whole time. His head's up in the air. He's having a look around at just what's available to him, and he lets the shot go.
Well, the Sheffield fans are enjoying themselves, but they're hardly singing in Nottingham. Panthers trying to keep it in, trying desperately to get a goal in the last 10 seconds of the period. Counting down, a little bit of rough stuff. Puck held up in the corner, eventually cleared out. That's the end of the period, but I think there's a penalty call here, right on the whistle. A penalty call right on the whistle here, which means that somebody's going to start the third period short. But Sheffield Steelers now lead by 4 goals to 0.
Oh, this is a good period for us, to pick up a few goals. Give Tony Hand a lot of credit. He's a heck of a sniper on the net, and he caught Scotty O'Connor a couple of times there. A few big saves by Wayne on our end, and for the middle part of the period, we took the play a little bit, but last few minutes, Nottingham was coming on. Now we got a penalty to kill, so there's a whole lot of hockey left yet.
4-on-4 situation, so both penalties are taking place there, and both teams will start this third period with a man short as a result of those minor penalties.
Yes, eventually Nottingham Panthers taking that other man off. We thought that we were going to be caught with too many men on the ice, but here it is, 4 against 4 among the skaters. Away comes Sheffield. Stick flicked away there. Skating there, whacked away. Oh dear, some rough stuff here. And the big man are going down. That's Graham Waghorn, takes a perler, and there's a penalty called, I think, here on a Sheffield player as Waghorn went down. We're going to get a Nottingham power play in a moment. We've got a Nottingham goal instead there, because that is a goal from Darren Durdle, and if my estimation is right, that'll kill that penalty.
Nottingham scoring that goal before Sheffield touched the puck, which will in fact nullify the penalty. Darren Durdle on the one-timer from the face-off circle. And we've seen him score goals from here before. Wayne Colley, perhaps just not quick enough coming across that net area.
Well, the referee was about to call the penalty for that infraction on Graham Waghorn, but the goal counts. Of course, there is no power play now. The goal is what counts. If they can get it back to him as Twite takes the puck round behind the net. He appears to be brought down, but good chasing in. There's going to be a penalty called here on Priestley, and that's going to give us a power play situation the way of Nottingham Panthers, and that could turn the game perhaps, Bob, dare I say.
Neil Morgan going in there trying to get the puck, but his approach to that puck was preceded by the hook from Ken Priestley. There's the quick hands of Darren Durdle. We just spoke about them. That's not easy to get that puck out that quickly in front of the net.
Brilliant, but it's in there. I think the shot went in from AD. It doesn't seem as if Cowley stopped that, but the referee's right on the spot. Is he going to award the goal? He's having a word with the goal judge. The shot went in from AD. We don't know whether he's awarded the goal. We didn't get the red light on Bob. All hell letting loose in that goal crease.
Mike Blaisdell doing some excellent forechecking there to get that puck out. And Wayne Colley just covering up there to make that save.
Well, they've disallowed it. It looks as if Cowley held it against the post, and although he hadn't seen it, he somehow managed to keep it against the post, and it didn't go in. Our replay shows the puck stuck on the line against that post.
There's Blaisdell with a puck outside. It's just laying there. It's right on the line. He's digging away at it, but it's underneath Wayne Colley, and it doesn't look like it went behind that line.
Power play time running out for Nottingham Panthers. Back onto the ice comes Priestley. The Steelers are back to strength. There comes Tony Hand, big chase that one. Looking for his hat-trick. Steps inside. Panthers during the match now out shooting Sheffield 31-30 despite the goals coming away at Sheffield Steelers. Great effort there, only just wide as Cowley sticks out a glove and misses that one. Tony Hand on the chase, looking for his hat-trick. They allow that, a great chance of another goal for Sheffield Steelers, but can the Panthers pull it away? Time running out for Mike Blaisdell's men. Under 4 minutes here on the clock. 4-1 to the Sheffield Steelers. They look certain to win this Benson and Hedges Cup in their own arena. The crowd will go wild. Darren Durdle Here they come, they haven't given up. Shot gets away. Lovely shot from Blaisdell, knocked away by Wayne Cowley. Sheffield come away with the puck. Good work there, good hard skating from Tim Cranston. Broken up on the red line. Blaisdell sets his man away. Great opportunity, there's a penalty called here. Nottingham are going to get a power play as Sheffield gain possession. And here we have, with 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining on the clock, perhaps this is the last chance for Nottingham to do something to pull it back. As Darren Durdle picks up the puck. Can they produce a miracle? Here he goes, Whitney Morgan. Morgan flicks it round behind the net. 80. Can they get it out in front? Morgan in possession, trying to find a man on the edge of the crease. 80 round behind the net. Durdle coming up on point. They've withdrawn the goaltender, have Nottingham Panthers. Away to my right, we have an empty net as they mount an attack, and it's almost, yes it has, it's paid off. It's paid off. They took the goaltender, Scott O'Connor, off, and they took advantage by scoring a goal. It worked for Mike Blaisdell, and that was what he was saying down in front of us.
All kinds of action in front of the net there. The puck coming out front. Mike Blaisdell just with a bit of a blind backhander, if you like. And he makes no mistake with it. He's pulled Scott O'Connor, his netminder, at this stage to have a two-man advantage. Here comes the puck out from in front of the net. Mike Blaisdell on the backhander from the slot area to give his team the second goal, but a very important goal.
Well, Nottingham Panthers taking the gamble here. They're playing 6 skaters out and no goaltender once again. Scott O'Connor has gone to the bench and Panthers are playing their last card. The shot just wide, but here come Nottingham Panthers, gambling with 60 seconds remaining. Can they get it forward? This is gamble extraordinary. And this could be Tony Hand's hat-trick if he gets it straight. He does! Tony Hand has scored his 3rd of the night. Tony Hand has killed off the Nottingham Panthers, and now there's no doubt about the winners of the Benson and Hedges Cup here tonight. The move has backfired, but it was worth the gamble.
Nottingham had no choice on the situation and just caught in trouble again in a neutralized territory, and this is a guy you definitely don't want to have the puck if you're going to get a goal scored on you. And Tony Hand, he knows he's got a bit of an option here. He's got Ken Priestley coming in on the far side of the play. He doesn't make it easy for himself. He just doesn't put it into the net. He puts it into the top part of the net.
I think the hat-trick and the chance of a Benson and Hedges gold medal was coming the way of Tony Hand when he broke on that one. We're in the closing minute of this memorable Benson and Hedges final. Sheffield Steelers leading Nottingham Panthers by 5 goals to 2. Panthers trying to come back in this period, taking gambles, but away comes Sheffield. It's virtually all over now, and the noise in this arena is quite intense with the Sheffield fans. Cleared away by Nottingham Panthers. As far as Tommy Plummer, some atmosphere here with the seconds counting down. Bob, this is a special night.
It is. It's a big night for the Sheffield Steelers here, and a major trophy in their own building, and they'll be pleased with the result.
Oh, there it is, the final whistle, a memorable cup final, won by the Steelers, 5 goals to 2, a hat-trick from Tony Hand, goals from Nicky Chin and Tommy Plummer. The goals for Nottingham Panthers came from Darren Durdle and from player coach Mark Blaisdell. Penalties counted perhaps, but in the end, the winners of the Benson Hedges Cup by 5 goals to 2 are the Sheffield Steelers. Well, the presentation down there, the cheers are ricocheting off this roof because the Sheffield Steelers are receiving their awards in numerical order. Already Tony Hand has collected his man of the match gold medal for the winners and Darren Durdle for the losers. Bob Carroll alongside me, I think both of those probably well deserved.
Well, Tony Hand was a big part of this game. He scored 3 big goals and they came at very key times in the game. Perhaps Nottingham had a bit of momentum, but he managed to shut that down, and that's duly credit to himself.
Well, they're picking them up, and there's a cheer for each and every one as Steve Nemeth collects his medal. The presentation party, David Topping, who's the sales manager of Benson and Hedges, and Frederick Meredith, the president of the British Ice Hockey Association. All those awards there. There's Nicky Chin, who sent the Steelers on their way with the first goal, collecting his model. Alex Dampier has a hat on, that yellow hat. Tony Hand collecting an award for the second time tonight. Well deserved for his hat-trick. Mark O'Connor. They've all got the yellow hats on now. It's time for golden celebrations.
Those yellow hats are synonymous. It's something that's happening now in sports. When you win something, you get a hat to go with it as part of the memory, and I'm sure that the Sheffield side will be very pleased to be wearing this one.
Well, now here comes the big award, because Ron Shudra is collecting the bottle of champagne. Ron Shudra is collecting his medal, and the Benson and Hedges Cup very shortly will go to the same man. There's their goaltender, who played no part tonight, but certainly did in getting them to this final, Martin Mackay. And Wayne Cowley, who had a tremendous game in goal, has only been here a month or so now, and certainly played his part in winning the medals for his colleagues there. Alex Dampier's coming up now. He's been down with flu for much of the week, but the manager is certainly used to big finals like this, Bob.
Well, the experience comes into play, and unfortunately, Mike Blaisdell had to concentrate on both sides of things. But Clyde Toole and Alex Dampier, they come to the forefront in big situations.
Well, certainly there. But there is Ron Shudra now, the moment all these Sheffield fans have been waiting for, as Ron Shudra collects the Benson and Hedges Gold Cup, the Autumn Cup in ice hockey, now sponsored by Benson and Hedges for the last 4 years. Sheffield Steelers, the only major award they haven't won in British ice hockey, and tonight they have. There is Ron Shudra holding it aloft. Sadly, away to my right, the Nottingham Panthers players, who played a part in a memorable occasion here in the Sheffield Arena, but the celebration time belongs to the players of the Sheffield Steelers here.
Oh, it feels great. It's it's been a long time coming with the club, and it's the one trophy we haven't had. And I'm really happy for all the players and and all our Sheffield supporters. They've supported us so well. It's been tremendous.
Was it as easy a game as the score suggests?
Not really. No, it was a tight game all the way through, and we took our chances when they got them. And Wayne Cowley shut the door on them.
How important was Tony Hand to you guys today?
Tony was very important. But I think a guy like Ken Priestley did so much work defensively.
It's Steve Nemeth over there squirting water.
Kenny took up a real defensive role tonight and did a great job. He didn't get on the score sheet, but he created a lot of openings for us.
Now right behind you, I've got Ron Shudra. Ron, what's it like to hold that cup?
Well, it's one that we hadn't won last year, and we're pretty disappointed about it, but it all makes up for it, winning it for everybody here, especially in front of your home crowd. They love it.
So what are you guys going to do tonight?
Well, I don't know. We'll probably have a little bit of a celebration, but can't get too carried away. We got a game tomorrow, which isn't a lot of fun, but we'll have some fun tonight and hopefully go out again tomorrow and do the same thing.
Looks familiar, doesn't it? Just like Wembley all over again, only this time the Steelers have completed the full set. A clean sweep of the top domestic honours, League, Wembley Championship, and now the B&H Cup. The trophy cabinet heaving as we enter 1996. It's tough at the top, but there's only one place to be for Britain's undisputed #1 ice hockey team, the Sheffield Steelers.